looks like that 32. Jim Birges. Well, so we've seen Jim Birges. He's been running a wing sprint car.
His wing panel just broke off and went up in the sand over here in the current. See that?
Yep, we got a panel off. Yellows come out. Yellows are out.
These race cars are very sensitive. They can't even touch each other without breaking.
Just seeing which car that is. That's on Jackson's?
Jackson, no, the 10 car, yes.
AJ Russell's car?
Right front.
Okay, so we're going to turn them loose once again. So Tetro's going to lead Jim Birges. Like I said, Jim's been off running sprint car, that Davey Hamilton sprint car there for a while as well. So here we go, pace starts to build. Tetro leads into the green. Yeah, Kenny was telling me there have been some controversy with that 32 car of Birges. They were saying that the other drivers didn't really want to race with that car.
Well, he's almost dominant fast. You watch, as the race goes on, his car is going to get faster. You notice he's got a different wing on top of the car?
Yep,
that's going to help keep the tires cool.
Yeah, the thing about it is these cars, you know, these big tires on the back, once you get a hot day, they heat up a lot quicker, so these cars slide around the racetrack a lot more on a hot day. But I'm really impressed with the 10 car. He has really stepped up his program as the years gone on, AJ Russell.
Well, I'm surprised with Birges being out as the last 2-3 seasons. He's able to basically come on. There's the lead as is.
Yeah, Birges gets past. So it's now Birges, Tetro, and the 10 of Russell. Then we go back to Jackson. Like I said, that car would be beautiful with that ring like that. And then you go back to the 78.
Well, you know what I'm proud to say is look at how fast he's going, and he was just racing with our race car the last race.
Yeah, certainly was.
Hey, wait! Don't just walk by again. Us bills are piling up in here.
I can't deal with this right now.
Wait! You can't keep ignoring us.
Fine.
You're late on your credit card payment. You have to pay this.
Don't let those little bills add up, sister. Call LoanMart and get cash today with an auto title loan. You can use the value in your paid off car for fast cash today.
1-800-LoanMart.
All right, race fans, they're going to show them one to go at the stripe, and when they do, we want to see each and every one of you up on your feet. Get on your feet and give these drivers a wave. Your PCS Super Late models for the first time at LoanMart Madera Speedway. Make some noise when they come past. These are your PCS Super Late models.
75 fast and furious laps at the West Coast fastest 1/3 mile, where the action never stops every Saturday night. We'll be back here next Saturday night with an enduro race. Remember, late model fans, we return on the 29th for round 6 of our MAV TV late model racing, brought to you by LoanMart. Stephen Blakeslee, pace starting to build. We are going to go green flag racing. It's Beeler and Westmoreland to lead him to the green.
Lights go down, green flag will go up this time. Out of turn number 4, we are underway at LoanMart Madera Speedway with PCS Super Late models. You know, in that dash race, the test was going to be how the outside would come in with these American Racer tires. We'll get a good glimpse of that here out of turn number 4. And it looks like Mike Beeler by a nose will lead lap number 1.
Trouble for one car, that's the 50.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
there's debris down there, so we have a yellow out for debris in turn 3, and that is the front fender. And we got some of the side skirters off that 50 car.
Well, he got hit on the left side, presumably by another race car, and then you would notice coming out of 4, he hit the wall on the right side. He white-walled the right front tire. So
pace is starting to build out of 4. We're going green flag racing, Stephen Blakeslee.
We never quite got up there with Beeler, but Beeler waited for him all the way to the cone, and we stay green out of turn 2. Not sure what Westmoreland's plan was. Westmoreland tries to find a way to scramble to the bottom, but here comes the 18 of Travis Milburn. Travis Milburn running a crate motor up there against these super late models, doing a fine job so far. 6 car pack for spot number 2. And then you have a little bit of a drop back to Bischoff Berger, who's on the inside of Mike Height for spot number 8.
Well, the PCS regulars, John Moore is racing back hard there with Bischoff Berger and, of course, Ron Chun. So these guys need to start to get a move on. We're already at lap 4 in this race, Stephen Blakeslee. They want to let these cars get out, but Beeler has jumped out to quite a sizable lead right now.
Look at Chris Scribner working the outside with that 525 motor, using the horsepower. And Chris Scribner's going to go around and take over third. Milburn's going to fight him back. There's a great battle for the third spot now.
Quickety quack, flap those wings and get flying around this LoanMart Madera Speedway, and that's what Scribner is doing, race fans. Look at him up on the high line. He's searching for something. That's Melbourne right underneath him. And the battle with that 88 of Hodges as well. I tell you what, they're bringing in that 16. Keep an eye on that car of Jacob Gomes as well, Stephen Blakeslee and Bischoff Berger as well.
You see the 9 of Westmoreland is still running the outside line. The outside might be the place to be. John Moore, the Iron Man, he's used that to get his way up to the front as well. Moore is up to spot number 8, and you got to cue the Jaws music. That's our points leader, and he's on the move. Lots of good racing here early on out back.
Sure are, and Beeley has stepped out to a lead, but look at this. Quick quack to the inside now. I tell you what, that's an awesome looking car for Chris Scribner. And Scribner now, as Scribner Plastics gets to the inside. Westmoreland has him covered at the line. 10th place on the racetrack. This is a big battle of cars. I think we had about 7 or 8 cars in this battle for second place.
But Westmoreland's the key right here because he's starting to back up a little bit, and look at how that's stacking them all up. Gomes and the 75 of Doss don't really have anywhere to go as John Moore does the heads-up thing to go to the bottom.
We're in trouble down here. A ton of these cars at the back got together. Everybody kept going. Look at this battle. John Moore now. John Moore starts to come into this race as well. Stephen
Ooh, that was a nice move by Jacob Gomes. And now the 75 of Doss is going to take it 3 wide, and Moore gets kicked out of there. Doss and Gomes both found a way to the bottom and did a great job. And now they're going to start setting sail on the 9 of Westmoreland and try to make their way forward. That drops Westmoreland back to 7th now.
Right now, that 18 of Melbourne, he's a sitting duck because here comes that Sunny Valley car, the young former national late model champion, or I should say rookie of the year, Jacob Gomes, that Sunny Valley car. He's to the inside of Melbourne. He's going to bring Jeremy Doss with him. And I tell you what, that 27 of John Moore, Stephen Blakeslee, he needs to get a move on because they're freight training this 18 car. Well, John Moore needs to be a part of that.
Moore took advantage of all that stuff with Westmoreland. He has gotten around Westmoreland. So we're 2x2 for third, but I see what your eyes see. We're about to be in lap traffic here on lap number 16.
Exactly.
Mike Beeler, who's got a 1.5 second lead on Chris Scribner, has got some pretty heavy lap traffic in front of him. This battle on the racetrack might be all of our regulars. Ron Chun, Don Swartz, the 21 of Corbett. Those guys are having a great battle in the middle of the field as well, right here down the... Now Chris Scribner has to be the nervous one. Scribner in spot number 2 has Gomes and Doss coming after it.
The biggest car that has backtracked the furthest so far is Justin Westmoreland. As we come over the line, Westmoreland now is back fighting to stay in the top 10. He's in 8th place on the racetrack. But look at the 16 car getting to Scribner. So Beeler out front, and we got trouble banging the wall. JR hits the wall hard, red flag. JR is down there hard into the wall in that 3 car.
Our Madera safety crew on the case. Something happened in front of JR Courage because the 53 of Gatula was all spun around, and then the 3 of Courage came barreling in there and got a piece of the wall. Austin Gant is backwards.
All right, everybody, I asked you to bring your commercial ideas to the meeting. We're not leaving here until we get this thing nailed down.
I think we need to focus on what 5150 means to us. Living the madness, chasing your dreams, taking risks, being fearless.
I like it, but don't we want people to know it tastes great too?
The trend these days is being healthy, so why don't we talk about some of our ingredients and their health benefits, like the maca root.
Newsflash, sex sells. I'm picturing our sexiest model standing in front of our sexiest race cars.
We need to focus on what separates 5150 from all the other energy
drinks.
If
anything, we should talk about our Race for Autism campaign and how a portion of every can that we sell is going towards families who are living with autism.
We can go on and on here, We need to pick a
We
direction.
have to talk about herbs, vitamins, and then
Commercial
just
has
everything.
to have our
Needs
models.
to be all about energy, excitement,
Supercross.
experience.
Guys, this is the commercial.
Oh.
Why not? Did you get all that?
22 of 75. Beeler sets the pace out of turn number 4. The Beeler fans put their hands up, and we are green. Beeler
Another good stop.
Jump on that. Here comes Scribner on the outside trying to fight back. Gomes wishes this track was about 4 cars wide. He would have tried to make it a 3 wide move, but he couldn't. Out of turn number 4, Beeler still holds down the lead.
Beeler knows that that 5 car, that quick car, is very fast on the high line. So Beeler's pushing up that quick car, and I tell you what, Gomes is coming. He's to the inside of that 5 car now of Scribner. So Jacob Gomes in that Sunny Valley ham and bacon car. And we got a yellow out here. We got a car on the wall. That's Hunter Corbett. They're being told that we'll go green next time by. So everybody needs to tighten up. And I tell you what, Beeler's out there playing games with them, and they all come in. This bottles are filled up.
We'll keep an eye on this. So Beeler will set the pace alongside Scribner. They've done this before. We'll see if Scribner gets a better shot this time. And he does. Scribner doesn't get fooled twice. And we go back to green. That was a much better restart for Scribner compared to what he did the last go around. And he's giving Mike Beeler a show down the back straightaway. Scribner with a big run on the outside of Beeler. Out of turn number 4, Chris Scribner takes over the lead at Madera.
Yep, Scribner and Beeler fights back in the Davis Racing Products entry. Look at Jeremy Doss now. Doss is up around the outside of Beeler. Gomes has fallen back to 4th, along with Bobby Hodges. So that outside line got going, Stephen Blasey. Pretty good on this restart. That was a good restart for the outside line.
Scribner's trying to find a way to clear Beeler. He's got the 75 of Doss getting into the back of him, trying to tell him to get going. What a great race. What a great move by Chris Scribner. He's quick cracking to the lead. Lap 27, it is solidly Chris Scribner in the lead, and Jeremy Doss up to spot number 2.
One driver that's hanging in there, making an outside move right now, that is the 9 car, Justin Westmoreland, as he comes over the line in 7th. Westmoreland. So Westmoreland's hanging tough, and I tell you what, Bobby Hodges has got to the inside of Jacob Gomes.
And Beeler tried to go the outside into 3 to try to block the 16 of Gomes. That's going to let the 88 of Hodges in there. There's racing going on everywhere.
Yeah, Hodges got into the back of that 6 car, right into the back left-hand quarter panel. Now Gomes goes upstairs, tries to go around the outside of the building. So Doss now to the inside of the quick Scribner. He'll need to flap his wings in trouble. The 88 car has broke and into the wall.
He did not hit the wall, but he has a flat right front tire at least. Well. Chris Scribner picked the outside for this restart, Andy. Why don't you bring him to green this time, bud?
We sure will. Jeremy Doss on the inside. Quick Scribner on the outside. Beeler and Gomes. There we go. Great restart too. And look at Westmoreland, Stephen Blakesley. Westmoreland's gone high up the racetrack. He's following Gomes. They're all getting around Beeler on the outside. So Jacob Gomes now, he's going to get a shot at this. Now it looks like the high line, I tell you what, this racetrack is starting to rubber down, Stephen Blakesley. The high line is certainly coming in.
Well, Gomes saw something because he scrambled to the bottom, and he's kind of got his pick of the litter right now. But right now, Gomes is on the bottom trying to keep those tires cool. The biggest thing for a guy like Gomes or Doss with all that horsepower, do not use up the tires. And Gomes has died to the bottom to try to keep those tires underneath him. We're not even halfway yet. As here goes Doss up the inside of Scribner, side by side with the lead. It's Scribner at the line only by 16 1/1000ths. I think Doss has him sized up this time.
This could play into Jacob Gomes' hands with these two getting to racing up front. Steve Gibbs just back there riding around. He's in 3rd. Doss is the new race leader. On the chart from Scribner, and here comes Jacob Gomes, Beeler, then back to Milburn, and a good battle between John Moore. Westmoreland has that battle, but I tell you what, this is a good battle between Westmoreland and Moore. Then you go back between Bischofberger and Schwartz. Oh, the sparks coming from that 18 car at the back left-hand rear of Milburn. A lot of sparks that time.
So the 16 of Gomes follows through, and we've kind of seen this throughout the whole race. Doss and Gomes have just been working their way through the pack together. All of our notes for the recap, 75 and 16 have just been coming through the field together. You know, the guy who's in a lot of trouble, Andy, the 88 of Hodges has a lot of sparks coming off of that car.
Stephen Lacey, you'll see it on Milburn. Oh, Westmoreland takes the wall. Westmoreland's in the wall. He saves it, but Bishop Berger will grab that position from Justin Westmoreland.
We got trouble in the middle of 1 and 2. I think they kept it together. We're going to stay green. As the 50 of Justin Philpott ends up in the infield, Hunter Corbett, one of our championship contenders, drives out of it. We stay green. The battle is still up front.
Jacob Gomes got to the inside of Doss that time. Jeremy Doss, here we go. That Sunny Valley car is on the move. You know, they're down there in Manteca smoking that bacon, and I tell you what, Jacob Gomes, he's smoking that 16 car tonight. That is on the pace, and he may be the leader. No, he's not. Jeremy Doss holds that position.
By the way, the 6 of Beeler has gotten around Scribner for third, and a lot of these guys in the pits, although these top 2 are fast right now, a lot of guys in the pits were wondering if they would have any car at the end of the race. We've still got 33 laps to go, Andy. This one is not over, but it might be over for Bobby Hodges as he goes to the infield again.
And of course, this is PCS's first time here, so they're not sure how these tires will go through this event, how the tire wear will be over a long distance. You know, they tested last night to try and get some sort of idea, but you know, that's not in race when you're being pushed like this. You can go to all the testing. As Gomes again. Gomes looked to go the outside, then he pulls it back down. He's on the inside of Jeremy Doss. It's race on between Doss and Gomes.
That's a good battle, but John Moore is really working over Travis Milburn for the 5th spot. Keeps the same kind of thing. Here comes that 27 of Moore up the inside. Can't quite do it. Wow, something happened with Gomes. Gomes went way up the hill. He gets a real good run into the corner, but Doss can kind of beat him through the middle of the corner. And now Gomes is going to try this again. And we are yellow for the 70 of Mike Height. You know, Gomes got real squirrely in that exact same spot where Height went around. I wonder if we don't have maybe just a little bit of fluid again. Smith is overheating and kind of squirting water out. I wonder if that had some impact on this.
Well, I'm kind of wondering, too, with Jacob Gomes. You know, Jacob Gomes is out there. He knows that he had quite a big break back to Beeler. Maybe he's just trying some other lanes, trying to search out there, because this is a good time to do it. Look at this team, Lacey. A lot of smoke from John Moore's.
Honey.
Put down the bills. Dinner's ready.
John, can you please put the bills away at the dinner
Sorry,
table?
honey. I'm just so stressed out about these bills.
Dad, I really want that new
Video game you promised me.
And Daddy, I really want my own cell phone.
Chloe's dad got her one.
Don't let bills blur your vision, brother. LoanMart will use the equity in your paid-off car to give you fast cash today.
Getting ready to go. Gomes on the inside, Doss on the outside. Andy, bring him to green.
Certainly will. Pace starting to build out of Sunny Valley Hammond. It's that Sunny Valley car that leads them down there. Doss picked the outside, Gomes the inside. Look at Gomes pushes Doss up the racetrack, but Doss is super fast on the outside. This is a good battle between Scribner and Beeler. And Milburn, you know, Milburn's hanging tough, although Beeler was very, very loose out of 4 that time.
Look who's coming to the front quietly, slowly but surely. The 75X of Jeff Bischofberger is up to spot number 5 around the outside of the 18 of Travis Milburn. There he goes. Bischofberger is 5th. That's a good run for that guy. Whoa, he gets contact from Don Swartz, and right there goes all wrong. Boy, you know, keep it together. We're going to stay green, but man, oh man.
So it's Doss. Then you go back to get Jacob Gomes, Chris Scribner, Beeler, and Milburn. That's your top 5, Stephen Blasey, and they've broken away.
Milburn was really confident that even though he's only running a crate motor, he thought, you know, these guys are going to start to wear their stuff out. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty now with 24 to go, and who's right there? Travis Milburn. So it's like he read this like a book. And by the way, Westmoreland has a problem, stacked up the whole field, and Westmoreland hits the pits and can't even steer the car practically. Something went wrong on the 9 ride. Tough break for the 2-time Madera Speedway champion.
And they're just praying something happens up in front here with Gomes and that 75. Now I saw some smoke or something come from the left front of that 16 car. You look at Jacob Gomes, he's searching around the racetrack. He's all over the racetrack, trying different lines, Stephen Lacey. He's just trying to find something to get past that 75 car clean. Looks like Michael Height is going to go a lap down here in that 70 car. He has had a adventurous night, to say the least, in that 70 car.
Ryan Philpott had kind of a slow start, Andy, and he's starting to try to figure out a way forward. He's on the inside of Cole Moore down here in turn 1, but Ryan Philpott has definitely not had a quiet night. It's just been deep in the field, but he's been all over the track, high and low, trying to hang on to a top 10 right now.
Cole Moore super sideways in that Camaro. That car was moving around the racetrack. He's really getting sideways. Have a look at him next time out.
John Moore just got sideways and getting up off the corner because of the problems on that car. And Milburn's just sort of stuck behind him.
Yeah,
Scribner's got a problem.
Yeah,
Scribner got way out of
Milburn to the outside of that 6 car.
Wow.
It didn't work out because the 6 car got the inside. Scribner will pull a yellow. That's a yellow. Scribner stopped on the exit of 4. Yellow flag. Ryan Philpott needs to roll it down.
What a tough break for Chris Scribner, who ran as high as the lead. He led laps 25 through 33, and now in the nitty-gritty with 13 to go, he has a problem and pulls up.
Hey, wait! Don't just walk by again. Us builds are piling up in here.
I can't deal with this right now.
Wait! You can't keep ignoring us.
Fine.
You're late on your credit card payment. You have to pay this.
Don't let those little bills add up, sister. Call LoanMart and get cash today with an auto title loan. You can use the value in your paid-off car for fast cash today.
1-800-LoanMart. Lights go down, 13 to go. Doss v. Gomes. Here we come out of turn 4, green flag.
Good start for Jeremy Doss. And Jacob Gomes is sideways. Stephen Blakeslee, that car was loose out of 2.
And Milburn's trying to get ahead of Steve, but Gomes will go up the hill to block that, and that brings Beeler by on the inside. A 3-car shake him up for the 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Austin Gant has cleared his teammate Don Swartz for spot number 5.
I was picking that out. Look at John Moore. John Moore on the outside of his son. So John Moore, that restart came at the right time for John Moore, because he's going to get around the outside. John Moore, you know, we still have like 11 laps left to run. John Moore could find himself almost inside the top 5 at the end of this, Stephen Blakeslee, because he's making some moves.
Don Swartz has to be careful as he's got father and son, the Muscle brothers, the Muscle cars. Right behind him, Cole Moore and John Moore. And that is a great battle for spot number 6. For Travis Milburn, if he thought he could win this race, he wants to see it go green, because short runs are going to benefit those big motors. They don't, on a long run, they're going to get the tires hot. But on a short run, those two are just a little too strong tonight.
When Mike Sargent was up here in the booth talking to us during the Super Modifieds, we were talking about on restarts when the tires cool down. I'm not sure that Jacob Gomes' tires haven't restarted.
Well, that was developing for a long time as the 44 Ron Chun goes around. As we state, now we're going to go yellow. We will go yellow because the driving had gotten a little bit rough the last couple of weeks. I have a feeling that's what has happened for Bryce Napier is they may have parked him. And like I said, it looked like it might have been unintentional, but he wasn't clear of the 44. And I think they might have sent him to the boneyard by officials' orders to get ready for the restart.
How about row 3, Gant and Young Moore? As Doss gets a killer restart again, Gomes tries to drive down to the inside. Look at Milburn now. Milburn's up around the outside of Beeler, and he's knocking on the rear bumper of that Sunny Valley entry. Beeler comes charging back on the inside. This is great late model racing on the fastest 1/3 mile in the West, where we run the fastest racing program on the West Coast. Steve Blakeslee laps are ticking down. It'll be 6 at the line.
The top 2 love this battle for 3rd as they step away. It's going to be a 2-car race. I don't think Beeler can get to him. Gomes and Doss are moving all over the racetrack, high and low, just trying to find some racing room. And I don't think Beeler can get to him. 5 to go at the line. Will it be Doss? Will it be Gomes? Can Beeler pull the rabbit out of the hat? By the way, the 34 again has hit something. The right side of that car is flapping in the breeze. Swartz gets out of shape. Cole Moore gets out of shape. It's a disaster ready to happen, but they hold it together, and we stand to agree with 4 to go.
Yeah, that's really an incident waiting to happen back in that pack. Those guys, a lot of them really loose. But Gomes now draws up on the back of the 75. He's closing in this time. We have 3 laps to run, Stephen Blakeslee. That's going to be now or never for that Manteca racer, Jacob Gomes. Can he get it done over Jeremy Doss? We drive down. I think Beeler is too far out of it, although Beeler is driving his backside off in that 6 car. And we're going too wide here, and Schwartz might be in trouble now. Schwartz is backtracking in the racetrack. Gant sideways in front of Moore. Gant got sideways, and Gant's going to lose about 3 positions here. White flag.
This time by the white flag.
We are counting the wall.
Trying to roll the 75 lapper at Madera. Scribner's up against the wall in a dangerous position. Yellow lights go on, so we will have a yellow. We are not done. We are not done. Holy well, they go yellow checkered. So I'm not sure if we're done.
I think we are. They balled the checker out.
If that's the case, the 75 lap PCS debut will go to